Welcome to Imperfectly Well on Cosmic TV, held every Friday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is Mazzotta. I'm an Akashic therapist and Reiki Master, and I am absolutely 100% here to guide curious humans into summoning their power so that they can live a life of the highest level of vitality. This could be professionally, it could be personally, and any healing or obstacles that need to be dissolved along the way, we work through. I hold them safely as we do this. For those of you who are new to Cosmic TV, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is an awesome space, an awesome community of people guiding you on your spiritual and metaphysical journey. You can learn more about Cosmic TV at cosmictelevision.com. You can also check us out on the App Store, and you'll find other shows like this. You'll also find films from conscious filmmakers, courses, all sorts of goodness for your spiritual and metaphysical journey. So definitely check that out. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. It's always nice to connect with Cosmic TV community. And I invite you into my free community called Room for Healing. It's a beautiful space for us to really be able to hold one another as we expand and grow and really learn all of the key lessons from the whatever discomfort or dis-ease or challenges we encounter as human beings. So today we're going to be talking about self-love, and I'm going to be guiding you into an experience with self-love, because self-love is something that, it's a buzzword, it's something that we talk about a lot in the spiritual community and the mental health community and the wellness community. And it is something that can honestly start to lose its luster and lose its flavor when we focus too much on, oh, okay, well, I just need to take care of myself. I just need to. And what I find is that when we focus too much on, oh, I just need to love myself and then I'll be good, we get misled, because a couple things. One is, when we're talking about self-love, we're talking about a deep immersion into who we are. We're talking about a real intimacy and a devotion to ourselves across the board, good, bad, negative, whatever you want to call it, indifferent, neutral. And it's important for us to realize that as we just kind of tick things off when we're taking care of ourselves or loving ourselves, we're really doing ourselves a disservice, because we're not sinking deeper. We're not really giving ourselves that time to immerse with one another and with our higher selves and just in our own stillness. And so it's really important for me to guide you into self-love, because the vibration of self-love and really feeling into this is so super important for our ability to hold on to it and to have it be sustained. Okay. And so that's why I'm going to be guiding you through a practice today into self-love, because that is very different to experience it than to understand it consciously and to take certain actions that we know are self-loving, because that just doesn't go deeply enough. We need to make sure that we're sinking beyond the cognitive. We're really feeling into the vibration of it. We're really allowing our energy field to come online with it. And that's what's going to be sustainable. It's something we're going to be able to hold on to and carry with us going forward. So if you're here, say hello. Let me know where you are on the self-love journey. 10 being, I think I'm the most fabulous self-lover on the planet, and 1, I got a lot of work to do. Let me know. There's no shame in any of it, because this is all just awareness. We're bringing our awareness to this so that we can continue to move forward and deepen the things that we desire for ourselves. And I think we can all agree that loving ourselves is one of the foundational factors to healing profoundly and enduringly. In fact, I have a show called Heal Profoundly and Enduringly on my business page, Emerge Healing and Wellness. And I did an episode, I believe it was this week on Monday, with Vienna Costanzo Depreel. And we talked about self-love. And so that's a good place to begin if you want to get more information about self-love and how to navigate it and what it means. But today we're really going to be experiencing it. And that's what I feel so strongly about, is guiding you guys into something where you can really start to align with this frequency of self-love. Yeah, Sherry, I saw you pop on. I saw your name pop up and I was like, good. I knew you were going to be way up there. And I'm so glad that you feel that, because I so feel that from your field, and I am celebrating you big time. So yay, Sherry. Happy Friday, honey. So the other thing about self-love is that, again, as a buzzword, it ends up being something that we just don't take seriously enough. We don't see as foundational. We see it as like, oh, this is kind of like the hype, and I don't want to give in to the hype, you know? And how important is this? And so that's why taking moments of stillness with ourselves without any distraction, without any shoulds, any you have to do this in order to feel better, and just asking ourselves, asking our bodies, asking our higher selves how we are meant to move forward in this vein, and kind of where we are with it, what we're meant to do with it is really important, because that's where you're going to get the most information, you know, and you get to decide, you get to choose whether or not self-love is a journey that you want to dive into. Because the other piece around this is that self-love is not always fun. Self-love is not always just this warm and fuzzy, I'm feeling into loving myself. Self-love is also giving yourself a kick in the ass when you need it. Self-love is also holding yourself accountable and being disciplined. I don't like the word disciplined, but consistent in offering yourself compassion and offering yourself patience and giving yourself time and space to be able to grow as a human, right? As I always say, time, space, and patience. Those are the three components to really assisting you with moving towards a higher level of self-compassion and really being able to grow in whatever capacity you desire. Okay, so realize that we're going to be sinking into self-love today, and this isn't always about, oh, I'm going to feel all warm and fuzzy after this. Yeah, you probably will feel a little warm and fuzzy, but you're also going to feel a real call to action from your being. And that's the point. Like when we really activate self-love, we're activating momentum within ourselves. We're activating momentum within our field. Okay, and so self-love, think about it. When you love someone else, when you love children, when you love an animal, when you love your own inner child, what are you doing? You're guiding them, and you're guiding them in a way that isn't always just, oh, okay, honey, here you go. Sometimes it's, all right, like this is what's best for you. This is what you got to do. Like, I don't always love eating kale and beets for lunch. Not going to lie. Like today, I kind of wanted to dive my face into the donuts that my husband bought for my children. I didn't do that. I also wanted to dive my face into the sourdough bread, but I'm gluten-free, so I didn't do that either. And that's the thing. It's like I'm choosing nourishing things for myself because I love myself enough to know how that's going to make me feel. And I love myself enough to know that I know it is going to amplify my vitality so that I'm feeling even more phenomenal tomorrow and the next day and 2 hours from now and a week from now and a year from now. Okay. So it's really being able to offer ourselves fuel for that momentum to be sustained. And that includes food, it includes water, it includes thoughts, it includes emotions that we're directing towards ourselves with intention. I'm going to read you this one thing. It's so funny because I've talked to so many people over the last few days between these free connection calls that I'm offering, in addition to clients and some of my paid programs that are memberships. So I save a handful of these tear-off notes from my tear-off calendars that I really, really like and feel aligned with. And this is one of the ones that I feel has been super, super potent in the field over the past week, because so many people, this has come forward and I'm like, oh man, I need to read this to you. So I'm going to read it to you too before we enter this experience today. So I just talked about the fuel that we're giving ourselves. And one of those things is thoughts. One of those things is not only how we view ourselves, but how we speak to ourselves as well, the words that we use. So I love this quote by Wayne Dyer. Make an internal commitment to respect yourself and to feel worthy of all the universe has to offer. Disrespecting yourself is not only disrespecting one of God's greatest creations, it's disrespecting God. So this is fascinating to me because we are God's creation. We are the universe's creation, and God is always looking at us with wonder and awe. So would we choose to criticize God? Would we choose to criticize the universe? Right? When we know that this is the most unconditionally loving being and presence in our lives and frequency and energy. You know, when we disrespect ourselves, we're disrespecting a creation of God. When we disrespect ourselves, we are directly disrespecting God. God created us. We created ourselves with our souls to be exactly the package that we're seeing right now. How dare we question divine intelligence when divine intelligence knows exactly what it's doing. It knows exactly what it's creating. And it might feel like a shit show for us. It might feel like it's not unfolding in the way that we desire or not in alignment with our conscious agenda. But guess what? We are being prepared for something that we might not even be able to see yet. Okay. So I love this because I think it's a good reminder that when we talk to ourselves negatively, when we stray from self-love, to remember to come back to, would I choose to disrespect God? No. So I'm not going to disrespect myself because I am God's creation. Alrighty, I'm going to take a sip of water and then we're going to start this journey. Okay, so just put your feet on the floor, especially if you haven't really done a ton of intuitive work. Make sure your feet are on the floor so that you're grounded, all four corners of your feet. Straighten your spine by tucking your tailbone and tucking your chin just a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in to expand your pranic tube. That runs up and down your spine, and then allow a nice slow exhale. Another deep breath in and pausing at the top of the breath. And then allow your exhale to be a slow trickle, touching each of your chakras on its way down through your root. One more deep breath into your heart space, allowing your breath to expand 360 degrees, the front, the side, and the back of your heart space, allowing your life force energy to really massage and surround your heart, providing a nice cushion, and then release slowly. And just continue to breathe slowly and deeply at a pace that feels comfortable for you. Bringing your hand to your heart space, allowing it to rest there, feeling the warmth that's coming in from your hand into your heart space. Being able to really envision this area swelling to meet your hand, eager to receive from you. Just take a breath here. Now allow your hand to move down to your sacral space, which is right around your belly button, just below. Allowing your inner child, your passion center, the area of desire and creation to receive this warmth, to receive this love. And take a breath here. And then we're going to return our hand to our heart space. We're going to continue this experience from our heart space. We're going to be calling in energy, and I'm going to be asking you some questions that I just want you to allow the answers to unfold in your field. Don't analyze them. Don't get too caught up in your mind with them. Just allow answers to come. And I want you to imagine a time when you were a young little nugget, playing, spending time with someone you love, experiencing self-love, experiencing excitement, joy, belonging, and safety, all at the same time. I want you to call that image up now in your mind. Don't forget to breathe. Allow a smile to form across your face as you really feel into this moment that you're envisioning. Notice who's there, notice where you are, notice what's unfolding in this space. Take a nice deep breath in. And then I want you to bring yourself to the vision of something that has unfolded in your adult years, that has made you feel so deeply loved and appreciative. And allow the same thing to happen where you're bringing in the idea of who's here, where am I, what's going on. Just really observe and take in the context of this experience where you feel all of this deep love. Again, allow that smile to form across your face, really feeling into this experience. And then I want you to imagine that there's a crystalline tube of white light that exists in your heart space, up and down your spine, housing your chakra system. And you're going to follow this tube of light beyond the top of your head, past the space in which you're sitting, beyond the earth, past the moon, the stars, the galaxy, entering into a space in the Akash. And I want you to really envision yourself in this full-on God, Goddess energy. You're glowing, your entire being is illuminated, you're magnetic, and you're drawing forward all of these loved ones, angels, guides, and ascended masters to witness you, to be in your presence, to honor you. And I want you to feel into the level of self-love that you're currently receiving from all of these beings, that you're currently receiving from your own higher self. Allow yourself to recognize this as your natural state. And to carry this with you as you travel back down this tube of light. I want you to imagine that you're holding this golden ball of energy with a string attached to it. And you're carrying this down this tube of light. So this illuminated string of energy is following you and creating a path from the Akash, all the way down through your chakras, past your crown, through your third eye, through your throat space, into your heart. Taking a pause here to take a deep breath, really expanding this golden energy in your heart space and allowing it to radiate out into the rest of your system. Carrying this golden ball down through your solar plexus, through your sacral, down into your root space. Pulling all of these pieces together, this vision of love that comes to you that you can choose to receive in the Akash, that connects deeply into your heart space and into this version of you as you are now in this present moment. That adult version of you that experienced such a loving vision earlier. And then taking it all the way down past your inner child and settling in your root space, in your safest holding container within your physical body. Allowing it to hold this entire timeline, this entire lineage, from your spiritual self to your adult self to your child self. And taking a few breaths to integrate this connection. Realizing that you're carving a pathway. You've created a pathway for self-love. You've created check-in points. To be able to harness all of this energy, gather it up so that you have this really soft cushion that you can rest on when you're not feeling loved. You're feeling that there's this space where you can be held when you're feeling lonely. Just sit with this stillness for another moment and take a few breaths. Allowing any thoughts that come into your awareness to just be released with love. Knowing that as we move energy, those things that no longer serve us come into our awareness to be released. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Let me know how you're feeling. This is a beautiful journey that you can continue to return back to and check in with it's just like a check-in exercise, right? This isn't the deepest level of self-love that we can guide into, but it's a beginning, it's a start. And it's an opportunity for us to be able to find a pathway to follow and cultivate this frequency of self-love energetically. So that when we're doing our journaling, when we're engaging with people, when we're taking action steps with ourselves, we're coming from a space of a vibration of love. You're feeling happy, Sherry. Good. I'm so glad. That's really how I feel too. I feel a little bit of that like childlike happiness, like a little giddy. And it's like, oh, that feels so nice. It almost feels like a warm hug, right? And so know what you've done is you've just created a pathway that is going to be more natural for you to follow the next time. If you repeat this exercise over and over again, you're going to sink more deeply into it. You're going to have bigger moments of awareness. And this path is going to become carved more enduringly for you. So I'm sending you so much love, and I'm so grateful for you to experience this with me, either live or on the replay. I definitely encourage you to join me in Room for Healing. I'm actually going to be going live there in about 25 minutes because I've been doing a give and receive challenge in that space for what's naturally been coming forward in my own field, just in my own learning. And I've been inviting the members of that group to join me in it. So I definitely encourage you to jump over Room for Healing and join me for that live, because you can catch the intro from Monday as well as the prompts that I've been putting up throughout the week, so that you can really expand your capacity to receive not just love, but health, money, connection, relationships, intimacy, all of it, right? And it's an exchange. The give and receive is an exchange. So what did we just do? We gave to ourselves and we received from the universe. What a beautiful opportunity to be able to allow exchange to flow, to be able to show ourselves that we're worthy and that we're naturally a part of this flow state that exists in the universe. So I love you so much, and thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you next Friday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern here on Cosmic TV for Imperfectly Well. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.